you know, that mid-range shot there by Jordan Nelson is something that's going to be really important for him going forward, as teams know he's explosive and are going to dare him to shoot those jumpers.
Dang Dak for 2 again. Flynn Gilmore not expecting the pass. There's Dang Dak again. Kicks it out. The travel door for Emmanuel Ugba. I'd like to see him just take that jumper right there.
Yeah, Ugba himself, he had a pretty, he struggled through their game yesterday against RNS. They really forced him to shoot a lot from outside, and he couldn't get it to go on most of those attempts. So I think he might be in his head a little bit still, knowing that he has to take it inside a bit more if he wants to make an impact.
There's Isaiah Owen, who had a pretty good game yesterday too.
Yeah, Isaiah Owen, relatively new to the LBA squad, provided a lot of energy on both ends for LBA.
Dang Dak for 3, air ball. It's Isaiah Owen slowing it down, finding Michael Mattis. Dang Dak with a strong rebound there. I think one thing you learn about Michael Mattis when you see him play is he's a very skilled player as well. He can step out, can work down on the block. Good team defender.
Yeah, a lot of different elements to Mattis's game, and I think he's been spending this season trying to figure out how to balance that. He started off spending a bit too much time on the perimeter, a little bit too three-happy, but now he's getting in the post a bit more and getting back to his roots while still providing that offense from outside.
.353 here left in the first quarter. Northstar holding a 9-6 lead.
The refs really paying a keen eye to the ball handling here. It's the second carry that we've seen in this game so far, and I think we maybe have seen one all session before this one.
It's a strong move there by Michael Mattis.
Yeah, Mattis really comfortable operating out of the post, even with the bigger man defending him in Sheg. Kind of felt where his weight was and spun around it. And with that quick first step on that spin, able to get that separation and draw the foul.
Instead of trying to body him up, he's just using his quicker feet.
Exactly. Even while backing him up, he's kind of knew that he could take advantage of the quickness there.
Emmanuel Ugba. Edge Capona having a rough start to the game right now.
Yeah, really a sloppy start to this game overall. A lot of turnovers on both ends.
Mattis down low again. Kick out. Shots off though by Marcus Stewart. There's Jordan Nelson checking back into the game.
Yeah, he's really their main perimeter playmaker, as they have Mattis operating out of the post. So I think that Coach Provenzano kind of took him out a bit early to talk him through things he wants to see. And let's see how Nelson handles that.
There was a dunk you were asking for, couldn't finish.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the game. Nelson, Mr. Dunk Contest champ, is yet to throw it down in an NPA game, we believe, and that was the closest he's gotten to do it.
You didn't see it, Jordan.
I do like that he went for it on that one, though, even though it didn't fall.
They need.
Yeah, just having that aggressive mentality. As I mentioned a bit earlier, he's their main playmaker from the outside. So having him in that attack mode will really open things up for the spot-up shooters and more complementary players that are surrounding him.
And with Noah Tiki, just need him to be more aggressive.
Exactly. That's really his favorite pick-and-roll partner. Thinking back to previous LBA games, they've developed a good chemistry, and Nelson just really has a tendency to feed a Tiki for some easy looks throughout the game. So without that guy there to help free him up with those screens, it'll be interesting to see how Nelson creates his own shot.
Mattis down low again. They're looking to him early and often in this game. Again, the right hook.
Yeah, and I think just looking at the personnel on Northstar right now, I'm not sure anyone can stop Mattis one-on-one in the post. So I think Provenzano's going to keep going down there until they start to double.
Jackson McKay with the foot out of bounds there.
That's what I think.
That negative step there. Something that can be tough with these tight sidelines that we have on the CTA court.
Got Junior Mercy giving him a little coaching point, tell him not to take a step backwards.
Yeah, just a bad habit that you hope players can get out of their game at this stage.
Flynn Gilmore. That three is short. Michael Mattis, Isaiah Owen. Jordan Nelson in the corner, sizing it up. Goes baseline, spin, turn. Jumper's off though.
Great individual defense there by Junior Mercy. Kind of taking a step back, daring Nelson to shoot, and has the quick enough feet to adjust and keep him out of the paint.
Looked like Jordan wasn't sure what he wanted to do there and just ended up settling for a tough jumper there.
Yeah, you can tell his plan was to get to the rim, but once he saw that Mercy wasn't letting that happen, he kind of settled for that fadeaway.
He's going to learn soon. Teams are giving him that space. He's got to take that jumper confidently.
Exactly, and he hit that first one that he took a bit earlier in this game, but that's not really a shot that you see him take a lot of. So I think it's just a matter of putting up those reps and getting comfortable and confident that it will go in.
Rich Capono, the Junior Mercy for three.
Looks like Northstar is starting to adjust and send that double team into the post when Mattis catches it.
That's a tough take there by Flynn Gilmore for two.
It's a nice little wrinkle in Flynn's game there. Really more of a spot-up shooter. Good to see him put it on the floor, and nice little touch on the finger roll.
Junior Mercy just going into a bunch of bodies. Loses it. Jordan Nelson, Isaiah Owen for two.
And I think Mercy is going to have a tough time in with the trees against LBA.
We are at the end of the first quarter here. LBA with a 16-10 lead. We'll be right back.
3 seasons. Almost.
Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces.
He tried to send that one to Banff.
Making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level.
Dugby! Hey!
Some will see their dreams come true.
Need some juice.
And all of our former players will forever be part of the NPA family.
Oh, killing time. Alan Spoon Hunters cooking up a show. Jordan Prasad putting the NPA on notice.
Now, new names will emerge.
Setting the NPA on fire.
With the same passion of those that came before them. And to them we say, next man up. 3 seasons. almost 300 games.
Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces,
He tried to send that one to Banff.
making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level.
Dogby!
Some will see their dreams come true,
Need some juice.
and all of our former players will forever be part of the NPA family.
Oh, killing time. Allen Spoon Hunters cooking up a show. Jordan Prasad putting the NPA on notice.
Now, new names will emerge
Setting the NPA on fire.
with the same passion of those that came before them. And to them we say, next man up. The NPA started the season on Canada's east coast in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Big time shot. Jordan
Our
Nelson.
next stop was Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, stick back jams.
Then we started 2020 in Calgary, Alberta.
Up top. Oh, two-handed alley-oop slam.
Before landing with a bang in Montreal, Quebec. 20,000 kilometers later, our sights are now set on Ottawa, Ontario,
Spiking it home.
where all 12 NPA teams battle for
We are back. The start of the second quarter.
We had ourselves quite a low-scoring first quarter, just 16-10. So we got the travel
You
call
think it could be the
here.
early morning start?
I think it's a combination of the early morning start and the personnel that we have in this game here. Yeah, speaking in terms of personnel, we've got two of the lower scoring teams in the NPA between LBA and Northstar. LBA, that's kind of by design, as they take a defense-first approach, just averaging 79 points per game, but still not even close to that pace after quarter number one.
We find most teams now work from the three-point line, drive and kick. LBA likes to work methodically, get it inside with their bigs. Tiki not being here, now we're running it through Michael Mattis.
Yeah, and with LBA, I think it's just a function of their personnel. You think back to their team last year, guys like Denzel Cummings and Okai from the perimeter, they really did have a space and pace type of offense, but now with all the big bodies they have, Coach Provenzano adjusting his style accordingly.
Michael Mattis with the strong take, but it's fouled there.
Love the aggression there by Mattis. Saw that his defender had maybe 6-inch disadvantage in that transition, so just took it right over him and forced him to foul.
We were talking about a little bit of having some low energy to start out this game, whether it being just personnel or it being the early morning. Michael Mattis has not lacked any energy so far.
No, and he came out with the same fire yesterday. As LBA had an opening game to start that one as well. You know, and he understands the opportunity and the platform that we have here with a number of college coaches in the building. They don't really care if it's 10 a.m., 8 a.m., or 4 p.m. They want to see you go all out, empty the tank. And through 1 1/4 games so far, Mattis has definitely answered the call.
Empty the tank, that's been the message, the theme throughout the session.
Yeah, and for the most part, teams have lived up to it so far. Really going all out on both ends. You're seeing a lot of panting, a lot of sweating, a lot of hands on knees at the end of these games, which is how it should be at this level.
You got to set the tone. Look at Mattis battling underneath. Jordan Nelson with a strong layup right there.
Yeah. When you talk explosiveness, that is exactly what Jordan Nelson has. Deng did a great job of defending him, but he just powered right through him. And that is two phenomenal defensive plays in a row around the rim by Ugba. First on the post-up by Michael Mattis, did a great job of moving with him, contesting, and got the block there. And here in transition, Ugba stayed vertical, had both hands straight up, was able to disrupt the shot and force it out of bounds.
You mentioned explosiveness. He's one of the most explosive players in this league.
Yeah, and we saw him put that on display in their session in Winnipeg, but haven't seen much of it since.
Pass just a little out of reach there for Jordan Nelson.
Yeah, a couple wasted opportunities there in transition for LBA. Had numbers both times and ended up out of bounds in back-to-back possessions.
This zone seems to really be bothering Northstar. Having a little bit of trouble getting into the middle of the defense. Work some action off of that.
Yeah, just they're really at a size disadvantage at pretty much every position. With that type of length, it's really tough to penetrate.
Junior Mercy skying up there. He's one of the better rebounding guards we have in this league.
Definitely. He averages about 8 rebounds per game, which, considering that he is under 6 feet, is no easy feat. But on that play, I would have liked to see him either kick it out or take it back out and reset the offense, because it is not going to be easy for him to get up clean looks over the size that LBA has inside.
That zone's still giving Northstar problems right now.
Yeah. And, you know, it's really going to be passing and quick decisions that's going to lead to being able to penetrate, as there's just too much size to dribble around.
There's Mattis. Patience. Gilmore. A shot's off. Dingdak with the rebound. Junior Mercy loses the ball.
Yeah, and once again, trying to dribble through this zone. That is not how you beat one, especially when they have the size that LBA does.
Mattis with another strong take and lay-in. We've got a timeout here again by Northstar.
Timeout White.
Try to figure some things out. We'll be right back after this break.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national and provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016.
I think I sent you those.
We are back and live. 6:46 left in the first half. LBA holding a 12-point lead here. Junior Mercer with a bit of a wild layup attempt there.
Yeah, once again trying to beat the zone by himself. That's going to lead to missed shots and block shots. And there's a reason why Northstar is still stuck at 10 points, 3.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Juniors, good board and finish underneath. Strong finish there with the contact.
Yeah, and you look at how hard he had to work to make that happen.
It's been the theme of the game. They've had to work hard for baskets. It's a nice pull-up there by Isaiah Owen.
Owen coming out with a bang in 2 games so far, adding some athleticism on the wing, which LBA didn't really have before he joined them.
He's looked really good thus far. Game and a half in Ottawa.
Really natural fit into this offense so far, and really picks his spots into when he wants to attack. Great second effort there by Ugba, trailing Dang on the fast break. Dak sucked in the defenders, leaving Ugba wide open for that offensive rebound. And you know, second chance points going to be really important for Northstar here, in addition to the transition ones that they've been looking for. It's one of the weaknesses of a zone. Give up a lot of second chance points and offensive rebounds. Is, you know, you're not boxing out a man, you're boxing out a space. So hopefully Northstar can continue to keep advantage here if they want to chip away at this lead.
They've crashed the glass, but have been burnt a couple times with LBA guys leaking out.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're struggling for offense as much as Northstar is in this game so far, I think that's the type of thing you need to do to try and jumpstart things a little bit. And again, a lot of dribbling. It's really got to be tic-tac-toe passing if you want to get around the zone. Some more screen setting, but guys are just seeing 3 men looking at them and taking it upon themselves to try and dribble around
There's
it.
no rotation of the ball right now.
No, you're seeing really sticky offense for Northstar early. It's 1 or 2 passes and then trying to penetrate through the zone. And you know, off the ball, not a lot of movement either.
No.
Guys kind of stagnant, standing there and just waiting for it.
There's a shot there by Ben Simmons. That's off, hits the top.
Great closeout there by Mattis to make that shot as difficult as possible.
It's a good cross-court pass to Isaac Kruger there for 3. Travel there by Emmanuel Ugba.
I think that's the second travel that we have on Ugba, pretty much from that same spot.
Indecision.
Yeah, just saw a gap. I guess kind of rushed through it.
Jordan Nelson up top, crossover, mid-range shot, gets to go.
Just that first step off of that crossover, exploded past Capuno, who himself is a pretty good perimeter defender, had a very clean look at that mid-range jumper.
That's Capone with the spin. Big Shakes collects that rebound and puts it back in.
You know, another second chance opportunity leading to that basket there.
The offensive foul there called on Mattis.
Great
Extended.
defense. Yep. Ben Simmons doing a good job of getting in position early there. But you'll notice for Northstar, that's their last 3 baskets have come off of offensive rebounds. And I think that's got to be the game plan. Move the ball, get shots up, and make sure you crash the glass anytime you do.
Capono there underneath for 2. And a technical foul is called on Isaac Kruger for unsportsmanlike.
I guess too much contact on that foul there. Refs felt like it wasn't a natural basketball play. You know, protecting the players truly a priority here. So whenever it is a 50-50 play, I think it is better to err on the side of caution and make that decision.
Shots, and ball. Yep. One more shot. So just put a U next to
Ugbo will look to make the second. Free throws good. For that rough start, Northstar is still only down 11.
Yeah, they're slowly but surely chipping away at this lead. They're still playing hard on both ends. Their defense looks pretty solid. It's just they've got to figure things out on this end.
There you go. Guys moving the ball. It is ripped by David Ramirez. Layup attempt is off.
Thompson a bit out of control on that one.
Hey, our ball. Isaac, our ball. Hey, Donovan.
It's another offensive foul called. They're on push-off. That one being on Edge Capono.
Yet again, Ugba, great job of staying vertical around the rim.
There was a lot of contact on that drive.
Definitely contact, but I do think that Ugba did a good job of keeping sound defensive positioning. Just went up vertical, and Kruger seemed to lose control once they hit each other.
Ooh, dang dak. A little gimpy after stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. Seemed to roll his ankle as he caught the ball. And looks like Coach Leonard is subbing him out, as he did have a bit of a limp.
It's Kruger down low. Beats his man, kicks it back out. Reinheim, he can hit that. Just off. Ramirez with a little crossover, drop off past Steven Lindsay. Count it, plus the foul.
Like Ugba's hand was caught in the cookie jar there.
That was a great play there by David Ramirez.
Yeah, I was just about to say that it seemed like LBA was struggling with playmaking with both Nelson and Mattis off the floor, but Ramirez jumps in and nice little drive and dump off play.
Junior Mercy for 3. It's the front of the rim. Stephon Lindsay with the rebound. David Ramirez up the court. Lindsay with the offensive rebound and put back. Some good minutes out of there from Stephon Lindsay.
Yeah, and as Lindsay was checking in, I heard their assistant coach tell him, you've got to be big out there. And in this short stint so far, he seems to have been doing so.
You can feel the energy in this gym right now. LBA turned on their defense. Junior Mercy with another offensive rebound and putback.
Yeah, you know, I'm having a hard time remembering the last Northstar basket that wasn't an offensive rebound here. It's really the only way they've been able to keep into this game.
Jordan Nelson checking in for David Ramirez.
David Ramirez had himself a great end to that shift there. Some solid defense at the point of attack and some great passing and playmaking on the other end.
It's about 1:15 left here in this first half. LBA is up 13. It was Kruger baseline. Tries to drop it off. It's no good.
That is not a foul you like to see there. As you know, LBA's defense has been so solid that there's no reason to foul 90 feet away from the basket and give them pretty much a chance at 2 free points that they would have otherwise had to fight hard to earn.
Again, I said it yesterday, frustration fouls. Turn the ball over.
Yeah, and you know, it's a time and score situation where you've got to be aware of when you're in the penalty. And you know, if they only had 1 team foul or 2 team fouls, it's one thing, but when you send someone to the line on a play like that, definitely could come back to haunt you.
It's Jordan Nelson in the corner. Good rotation on the shot, just couldn't get it to go.
Timeout. Guys, timeout, please. Sorry, I don't know who I gotta ask.
There's Coach Provenzano asking for a timeout. 49 seconds left in the half. We'll be right back.
Who will be crowned national champion?
Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform.
LBA currently holding an 11-point lead in this first half.
This might be the lowest scoring half of NPA action so far, as neither team looks like they'll clear 40 points.
Reinheim for 3. It's way off. Air ball.
And you know, I think that shot is kind of an example of what we've seen in this half so far. Both teams really not getting anything from distance. Not surprised to see that from LBA as they take the least number of threes in the NPA, but
that's a hard trap there.
Yeah. You know, you're seeing that LBA is moving their zone up a bit, putting on that pressure a bit earlier. seeing if they can force a bit more turnovers as the game goes on.
Look how far out their offense is starting.
Yeah, when it takes you this long to make it even to the three-point line, not a lot of time to get in your offense.
But Chase could not finish. The rebound there. Stephon Lindsay. 6 seconds left to go. Jordan Nelson up the court. Keenan Thompson baseline. Nelson for three. The shot is off. It's no good. LBA leads by 11, 35-24. We'll be right back with more NBA action in the second half.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national and provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Starting with our foundation, that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place from April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the blueprint.
Who will be crowned national champion?
And Jacoby's going to try to measure this one up, looking for a made-to-measure suit.
Fourth quarter of action is brought to you by Indochino, where right now, using promo code HOOPS, you can get a custom-made, made-to-measure suit at a number of our coaches get fitted up. 10 showrooms across Canada, 6 of them where we have teams in the NPA. Match made in heaven. Indochino and the NPA.
Indochino, the national sponsor of the NPA. We are excited to have you as a sponsor. We're excited for what you're doing and what your brand brings to our league. The prestige of your brand, the prestige of our league from coast to coast.
The guys at Indochino were amazing when I got fitted. I can't thank you guys enough.
Indochino making me look good. That's all I gotta say. It's not always an easy task. Very grateful that you guys are taking care of me and having me look a little bit better.
I really thank you for putting the time in and believing in what we're doing with the young men and just, again, establishing ourselves in not only the basketball community, but the community that we live in.
Thank you, Indochino.
He has this like ferociousness to his game, this wanting to take the opponent's heart out. That, you know, it sounds really vulgar, but that's what it is. Like, that's what the elite guys, they compete in that sense. And I think that's what Addison has. It's that killer instinct that sets him apart.
My name's Addie Patterson, the #1 player in the country. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always putting work in. I always had a goal, I always had a dream. Spending countless hours in the gym. If I couldn't get in the gym, I was outside hooping on the outside courts, doing whatever I could just to make it out and make a better way for my family and my loved ones. You know, as I grow and play basketball more and more, start to have more and more workouts throughout the days, 2-a-days, 3-a-days. It's getting more important to take care of my body. I've really gotten better at the recovery part of basketball and getting proper rest and you know, really the off the court stuff that prepares me when it's time to go train and play that game. I'm taking care of my body and making sure I'm well prepared. You know, I've been really just trying to get in the gym with guys that are at that next level, NBA players, D1, high major athletes, really just trying to prepare myself and push myself and not be comfortable.
My name's Roderick Patterson. I'm Addison's father.
My name is Jackie Patterson, and I'm Addison's mom. Addison, ever since he was a baby, he's always been a super sweet, calm, kind soul, and he's still the same way now.
When he first started playing basketball, I mean, he was determined, even from dribbling, to be a perfectionist.
He's just always been really competitive and sets huge goals. I knew he was going to be something really special.
Whether it was raining outside, snowing, morning, night, he was always outside. Always training.
My name is Leah Patterson, and I'm Addie's little sister.
I'm Elijah Patterson, and I'm Addie's little brother. He's amazing. He helps us out with a lot of stuff, even when he's not home, because he's like at school a lot in America. Like, we still call each other, and we're still in touch. So he's a really good older brother. I think he's gonna make it really far.
I think he's gonna do really good too, and I think he's gonna reach to go into a higher level and go into the NBA.
Hi, my name is Adrian. I work here at Big House Cuts. I've been Addie's barber for a few years now. From we knew him, he was about 11. He was quiet, always quiet, didn't say much. The only time I've ever seen him show like much emotion is when I see videos of him playing basketball.
What separates Addison Patterson from the rest of the class?
Well, I think the size for position. He now stands at 6'7" and is a scoring guard. He can be played as a 2 or a 3. You know, he's very versatile in his scoring ability. He could start from the perimeter, usually operates from the 45 angles when he starts his penetration. And he had this innate killer instinct that I think was, you don't see it in players often. I mean, it's rare. You find it in guys like Jamal Murray, AJ Lawson, Jacoby Neath, RJ Barrett, Nikhil Alexander-Walker. So he's with the company of a lot of elite guys mentally. Addie's one of the best scorers we've seen in Canada. And you know, that translates to the next level automatically. If you can put the ball in the basket, then you will have success. The fact that he's now playing defense on top of that and at a high level, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that he will have ultra success at the next level.
I know it's a lot of people out there that want to see me fail, but as long as I keep working, keep my circle tight, and roll with the ones that have been there with me from the start, I know I'll be good, and sky's the limit.
It's more to life than all the money and the diamond chains.
We are back with second half action, game 1 of day 3. A bit of a slow start in the first half.
Yeah, slow start for most people, but not this guy with the ball, Mikey Mattis. He has had himself another excellent first half. He finished the half with 12 points and a number of assists as LBA ran their offense through him in the post.
There's Junior Mercy there with another rebound. Turnover there by Sheggs. Ramirez to Gilmore. Excuse me, to Jordan Nelson.
You know, although LBA doesn't take a lot of threes, that guy who just took that one, Flynn Gilmore, is one of their marksmen from out there. Seems to be struggling in this game so far, as a few of his misses have been pretty far off, but coaches are encouraging him to continue to let it launch, as that is a good shot for him.
Beat spacers. Jordan Nelson to Gilmore. Gilmore, I thought he should have looked at the rim on that.
You know, I think that's a situation where maybe if I was Nelson, I would have waited a bit longer to make that pass. Gilmore, not a guy who's very dynamic with the ball in his hands, so asking him to make a play on the run like that could be a tough task.
It's a quick sub here for LBA. Isaiah Owen checking into the game. Provided some much needed energy for LBA in that first half.
Yeah, really does it on both ends. He's got good length at the wing there, has a good feel for the game, and picks his spots in terms of when he wants to attack.
Never in a rush, very patient.
Yeah, he just seems so comfortable on the court, and for a transfer who's kind of just trying to figure out his role with the team, you know, it's rare to see it look so natural as it has with him.
Hands up, make it tough, make it tough.
Mattis establishing position down low. A quick decision, spin. That was a good move there, just couldn't get the hook to fall.
Excellent fake there. Created a ton of space, just fell short on that hook.
Junior dribbling into traffic, but kicks it out to Ugba for 3, who's off. Jordan Nelson with the rebound. One of the fastest players end-to-end in this league. Mattis with another layup.
Yeah, good job of Mattis there running in his lane, keeping up with Nelson, and fed for the easy layup as a result. And, you know, I don't believe Northstar Prep hit a single three in that first half. And that's something that they're going to need to hope changes, as LBA is not going to get out of this zone until Northstar forces them to.
They're going to need some form of shooting with no Deng Dak on the court right now. Seems like he's still out with that injury.
Yeah, and when your shot's not falling, you know, it kind of it hurts the effectiveness of passing through a zone, as the defense has no reason to scramble, as they know if you put it up, chances are it won't go in. So they'll be happy with any perimeter shot that you take as long as they protect the interior. And Coach Leonard is telling his team not to wait for the double, not to wait for the trap. They need quicker decisions and quicker passing. But the ball still seems to be sticking in a bit longer than it should when most of these players catch it.
Getting into their offense a little too late, not getting the best looks. There's a good look there for Addison Patterson for three.
And that's a shot that they're going to need a little bit more of there, as that's the only way they can keep the defense honest.
Reinheim down low. Jordan Nelson. Shot is blocked by Junior Mercy as he sprints up the court. Addison Patterson with the floater, doesn't get it to go. Jordan Nelson and Michael Mattis in the corner. Shot is short.
Something you notice with LBA, they're not even really fighting for offensive rebounds here. Their priority number one is to get back into their zone.
Protect that paint. There's a tough finish inside. Ben Simmons plus the foul.
And you know, Northstar has scored 2 baskets in this quarter so far, and both of those baskets have come on plays where the ball was moving quickly. You know, quick passes, tic-tac-toe style offense. That's the only way you can beat a zone, especially with the length advantage that LBA has. And I think they're starting to understand that. They've just got to get into it more quickly and kind of buy in to that mentality a bit earlier.
They've thrown the first punch in this second half. Lead down to just 6 for LBA.
Pressure the ball. Pressure the ball, no easy pass. No easy pass.
There's Gilmore wide open underneath.
And you see too much dribbling there by Northstar.
Got to keep the ball moving.
Yeah. When they pass it, good things happen. When they don't, results in turnovers.
Nice there. To Ramirez. Ooh, sent back by Emmanuel Ugba.
Ugba came soaring from the weak side there. Erased that shot attempt.
There's some of that explosiveness we talked about. And a floater there by Junior Mercy. Michael Mattis measures it, drives, and almost dunks on Emmanuel Ugba, but still finishes it.
Good job by Ugba staying vertical, contesting that shot, but Mattis came with a bit too much power and was able to finish.
Good in and out there by Junior Mercy. Mattis lets it fly. Shot is short. Rebound there by Sheggs. We got 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Got some energy in the gym now. Shot is off by Addison Patterson. Michael Mattis limping off here. He takes a knee.
And that is not what you want to see if you're LBA. And Mattis has really been the man for them in these 2 games so far. They've got to hope that it's nothing too serious.
That would be a huge loss for them. in this game and going forward.
Already a man short with their leading scorer and rebounder, Atiki, out for this session, maybe longer. Would hate to see Mattis added to that injury list.
Isaiah Owen to the rim. Shots off. Strong rebound there by Ugda. Out of bounds there. We've seen that a couple times now.
Yeah, just that negative step hurting these players on the wing and on the sidelines is, you know, you never really want to move backwards.
It's David Ramirez. Spawn Lindsay. Gilmore. Again, doesn't get to the fall. Lindsay there with the rebound and put back. Again, productive off the bench.
Yeah, you know, as we've been saying all year long, the next man up, and Lindsay seems up to the task in this game as he's made a number of big plays off
And
the
a
bench.
deflection right there. This is a great opportunity for him with both bigs down right now. It's a three there. They're getting it to go.
Northstar starting to get it going from beyond the arc. No, and as those shots continue to fall, they'll have LBA kind of second guessing their zone a bit as they'll want to try and keep a hand up on those types of shots.
Reinheim just off in the corner. Lindsay with another offensive rebound. He's causing havoc down there.
Yeah, he's such a different player than Mattis in terms of what he brings. Just a load to handle, a lot of physicality, a lot of aggressiveness. And it seems like Northstar is trying to adjust to that different style of play.
You're going to have to put a body on him. Good block there by Shaggs. It's Ben Simmons. Junior Mercy spin. Out of control there on that pass. Turns the ball over.
And that was him trying to do a bit too much. Tried to split the double team at the front, but all he did was run into more LBA defenders to force that turnover.
You got 23 edge switch. In front. Good job.
Jordan Nelson. Driving kick to Keenan Thompson. To Reinheim. To Lindsay in the corner. For Nelson. Flynn Gilmore for three. Oh, call it a two. Finally gets one to go though.
Yeah, it hurts that the one that does fall, he had a toe on the line, but he's probably happy to see that one go in
And a
at all.
steal. There's Jordan Nelson to Keenan Thompson. And one. Great finish there by Keenan Thompson.
Excellent touch off the glass there. A little crafty with that release. A bit unconventional, but he got it to fall and gets rewarded with a three-point play.
Some extended action for Keenan Thompson today.
Yeah, he's had the opportunity to play more in these two games than we've seen in most of this NPA season so far. And he's a guy who is skilled. It's just kind of the little things that he's got to figure out, and he's been looking a bit better in those as well. You know, his presence on that play kind of forced Ben Simmons to take an extra step there, as Keenan would have been in the passing lane otherwise.
I got a tip on that. Looked like Junior Mercy was about to recover that ball, but it goes off his feet and out of bounds. .225 left in this third quarter. Gilmore letting it fly. Short. Air ball.
I like the confidence that he released that one with. Surprised to see him miss so widely, but again, his shot just hasn't looked right in these past 2 days so far.
Looked like he needed a bit more leg on that shot.
Yeah.
Foul there on Stephon Lindsay. I like what Northstar did, just getting the ball into the middle of the defense or that zone.
Yeah, once you get into the middle, you force the zone to collapse a little bit. Should create some lanes for spot-up shooters and cutters.
Miscommunication there between Ben Simmons and Junior Mercy. LBA try to get a head start on that.
Like the attempt. You got to get those transition plays wherever you can.
It's Jordan Nelson. Baseline. Ben Simmons called for the foul. Having a discussion with the ref there.
Just wasn't able to move his feet quick enough there. Nelson beat him to the spot, but I like the effort by Simmons.
Keenan with a good look underneath. Just couldn't get it to go.
Keenan definitely having a positive impact off the bench so far. Look at his swarming defense that he's providing on that trap.
Capono with it. That's been the difference in the game. LBA's had guys step up. Lindsay, Ramirez, and now Keenan Thompson.
Definitely. You know, that's a testament to the program that Coach Provenzano has running at the London Basketball Academy. Really interested in developing all of his players across the roster, as you never know what can happen in terms of injury, in terms of opportunities and things changing. So guys seem to be ready for when their number gets called.
Here's Lindsay on the low block again. Brian Heim for three. That shot's off. Lindsay with another offensive rebound. And goes right back up. He's been a monster down low.
Next man up, Lindsay, 6'6", big-bodied forward, making things happen in the paint.
Ugbo with the drive. Just to Capono, goes baseline, drops it off for Sheggs. Sheggs turns it over. There's Marcus Stewart to Keenan Thompson. He saw Ugba, didn't want to go up with that.
Yeah, and I think that was the right decision. Ugba's erased so many shots so far. I think that he would have added that one to the list.
Lindsay, another offensive rebound and putback.
I think he's got at least 5 or 6 offensive rebounds on his own in pretty limited minutes so far.
Glass cleaner right there.
You know, if Mattis is healthy or not, I think he's earned himself some extra minutes going forward.
Another steal there for LBA. Keenan Thompson on the break. Ooh, and a swat there by Ugly. But the putback is good there.
I think Keenan saw that he did have a trailer there, so knew even if he got it up and didn't fall, he'd have a guy to bail him out.
We've got a nice run here by LBA at the end of the third. They are up 16 heading into the fourth. Stay with us.
Indochino to me is a million guys getting a million suits, and each one is different. I think the value is the quality is undeniable in terms of the suit that you'll get, and the fabric and style selection is second to none.
I think when someone puts on a suit, they take on almost a different personality, and they feel comfortable in their skin and who they are, and they feel good. Doesn't matter where you're going, what event you're going to, but everyone feels good in a suit.
I think a lot of what we do is kind of going against the grain, so to speak. Bespoke, made to measure, custom was traditionally only in store. We were the first to bring it online, and as we went through that journey, we really felt that in order to connect with the consumer, we needed to give them true options, really provide a service and an engaging experience that customers would enjoy and remember.
Indochino is a custom-made experience, but with off-the-rack prices.
you are in control. So you come on in, you choose what sort of material you're pursuing, choose what sort of prints or patterns you really want to try out overall. From there, you pick out what kind of customizations you want to bestow upon these lovely garments, measure you up, and you get to express what you want, tighter, looser, longer, shorter, so everything sits on you as you want. We do everything all in one for you.
We give a 100% made-to-measure product. So it's very sort of individual and very personalized. It's for them. It's their suit.
Seeing them in their final suit just kind of makes it worth it at the end of it, because you spent time with them, and whether they wear suits every day or this is their first suit, it's exciting. Like, you help them build that and it's theirs.
It's really that ability to create a one-of-a-kind garment that allows us to be in front of many different demographics. I think one of the most interesting things that's happened these past few years is how many customers that are having that truly special event of getting married are choosing Indochino to not only suit up themselves, but suit up their groom's party.
We continually improve not only the profile for the guy, but we improve the quality of our next suit and the suits after with the data that we capture.
Indochino, our proud sponsor. Have you been to Indochino yet to grab your complimentary suit?
Got an appointment set up for the week we get back in town in Toronto, and a lot of different options in terms of what I'm going to go with, and excited to work with the specialists and tailors they got on site to pick the right option for me.
It's a tough take in there by Ryan Heim into the body.
I like the decision. He knows that he had the athleticism disadvantage there, but much bigger body than Ugba is, so just powered his way to the rim and forced Ugba to foul there.
Between him and Stephon Lindsay, some physical presence.
Yeah, neither the tallest forward we have, but they are both strong, big men who know how to use that size. Physicality can make up for height in instances, as we saw there.
That LBA bench is into it. Look at the rotations. Shegs there with a good finish, though.
Good job passing out of the trap there by Simmons.
Getting to Ryan Heim, to Flynn Gilmore. Marcus Stewart. It's Marcus, good pass down low. The three in the key is called.
Good defense there by Northstar. Really moving as a unit, in sync, forcing that turnover, collapsing as Lindsay caught it inside.
See if they can make this game a little bit more interesting. It's the third time Ugga's been called on that travel.
Yeah, and when you're not thinking shot at all, when you catch it out there, it's easier to make those kind of mistakes, as you just really want to rush through those gaps when they might not be there. In that instance, I think that Ugba should have just spotted up, trusted his shot, and let that be what's kind of you're relying on rather than forcing it. Exactly.
Need some sort of offensive presence out there.
You can see he's in his own head when it comes to shooting those threes, and that's just going to really hurt his overall game.
Good hesitation and floated there by Ryan Heim.
Nice little touch by Heim there. A little push shot from the baseline, able to get that to go in.
Smash in the middle of the defense to Shegs down low, but he misses the gimme. You don't see that too often from Shegs.
Usually pretty dependable around the rim. Just rushed the shot a bit there. Speaking of rush shots, Thompson does the exact same thing on the other end, just blew a wide open layup.
Junior Mercy, Euro step, loses it. He's forcing it. LBA comes away with it on the break.
Nice touch pass there by Flynn Gilmore.
Second touch pass we've seen.
Just looked like Heim was surprised when it hit his hands. Took him a bit of a second there to to take it up.
Speaking of touch passes, Jordan Prasad. That was a great pass.
Yeah, he is just a natural playmaker. Distributes with the best of them. I think I'd say he's the best passer in Canada at the moment in the 2020 class, and we'll be able to see him put that passing touch on display in our next game as Oakville takes on Dynasty.
Dynasty coming off their loss yesterday versus Toronto Basketball Academy. Went down 20, but put on a great effort at the end and made the game very close. One possession game. It's Keenan Thompson again. To Marcus Stewart for 2.
I like the decision by Thompson there. Decided not to challenge Ugbo when he had Stewart running down the lane, and resulted in a good play.
This lead has ballooned up to 21 points for LBA. Lindsay with a good rebound down low. There's Marcus Stewart on the break again. Keenan Thompson lets it go. Shots off. We've got a timeout called by Darren Leonard. Northstar Prep going to talk some things over. We'll be right back.
The National Preparatory Association started 4 years ago, born by the desire of basketball coaches, many of which were outside of Southern Ontario, to provide a different option than traditional high school competition for elite-level basketball talent. The goal was simple: create a platform for Canadian student athletes to give them the best opportunity to earn scholarships for post-secondary education through the game of basketball. Since then, the NPA has grown to provide the best basketball exposure available at the high school level anywhere in the world. We do this by live streaming 90% of the league's nearly 100 games on our North Pole Hoops YouTube channel, ensuring high-level competition in front of post-secondary coaches from across North America, providing game-by-game statistics on every player in the league on our industry-leading website, npacanada.com, creating individual profiles for all of the league's players on Canada's top college recruitment site, northpolehoops.com, while sharing it all through the social media reach of NPH's multiple platforms. By doing all of this at the highest level, we believe that we can keep the majority of Canada's basketball talent here on home soil, and ideally in their own city or province.
Last 2 years.
We are back. See if Northstar can put together a couple good possessions here.
Yeah, game getting a bit out of hand as LBA's bench really leading a big fourth quarter run.
It's a good contest there by Flynn Gilmore on Shegs. Gilmore not looking to shoot.
See, in any other game, Flynn would have let that fly, but he's been cold and hesitation was very evident there.
Shegs there with the foul. Got the block, but a little contact on the body.
Yeah. You're seeing a lot of the contributions from LBA coming from their bench here. And, we spoke a bit about the program that LBA has. And one thing that they do that I think is really starting to pay dividends now is they have a developmental team that plays in a few different other circuits across the country, where it's really their bench players that are the main guys there, so getting a chance to stretch their skill set and make plays and get minutes they wouldn't normally. And now that they're getting into this NPA game action here with guys going down or just their normal rotation minutes, you're seeing them play with a lot more confidence and look a lot more comfortable since they've got some real game reps through other kind of leagues and circuits.
That's what you mentioned earlier being one of the most important things about growing this game of basketball in Canada. Having a place to play for all these young guys.
Yeah,
so there is no drop-off.
Exactly, right? You need to be playing. If you are serious about playing basketball at the next level, you've got to be playing in high-level competitions as early as possible to have an opportunity to challenge yourself, see how you stack up against the best, and really see what areas and pieces you got to develop and add to your game. And, we're starting to see that foundation grow and strengthen really across the nation here.
A big part of that is the coaches. Coaches like Angelo Provenzano, who is so great developing guys.
Yeah, it really takes a selfless effort to put the time in and focus in on the kids to be able to ensure that they're continuing to grow and they're picking up good habits that'll be applicable both on the court but also in life as well.
Jordan Nelson with the drive. Shot is blocked by Emmanuel Ugla. Capono loses it.
And you're seeing Northstar resort to over dribbling again. Edge Capuno dribbled it pretty much right into 4 LBA defenders who took it right away from him.
Just love what I'm seeing for LBA. All 5 guys just touch the ball in each possession. Ends with the offensive rebound, but then loses it. Marcus Stewart gets it. Flynn Gilmore. Keenan Thompson is off.
He had one more pass there. Nelson was wide open on the wing, but Keenan Thompson is a shooter, so I understand why he wanted to let that one fly.
Driving a pass underneath the Edge Capono plus the foul. That's a great find there by Junior Mercy.
Excellent play, finding a rare hole in this LBA zone. Mercy exploded right past it and set up Edge for the 3-point play.
Just under 5 minutes here left to go. LBA holding an 18-point lead. It's a silly foul there by Junior Mercy.
Looks like that one puts Northstar in the penalty. Once again, another foul on the other end of the court, leading to 2 free throws here.
Nelson's had sort of a quiet game today.
Yeah. And I think part of it is Northstar playing a zone here, not giving Nelson a lot of windows and opportunities to press, but part of it's also he didn't need to have a big game with so many people stepping up all across the roster for LBA.
Good drive baseline. Pass to the corner. Isaiah Owen loses the handle and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was the right pass. Just a little bit off target there, but like the idea and decision there by Stewart driving baseline.
E-man, quick decision. Thought it was a travel for a second, but a scramble underneath. Jordan Nelson collects the ball, sprints up the court, hop step, layup. Jordan Nelson.
What a play by Jordan Nelson, calling his own number on that fast break. Just explosive hop step.
There's Isaiah Owen. Good contest there by E-man. Good hustle. Marcus Stewart gets it to go though. And a follow-up.
Another excellent contest at the rim by Ugba, but no one else ran back with him.
Ugba doesn't get the jumper to go, but I like that look from him. Let it go.
Exactly. He's just been too gun shy, too in his head. Just take the shots that are in your wheelhouse and good things will happen and they'll start to fall.
E-man just charging through. Reinarm stood in there. He took that.
I think he was there in time. He might have been in the restricted area, which seems to be the reason why the refs decided to reward him for 2, but I like the decision and willingness there to sacrifice his body and take that hit.
He's cleaning up a wet spot. Get some traction. Agba sinks the first. What do you think his projections look like at the next level?
I think Agba looks like a high-level wing at the U Sports level. He's super athletic, a good team player, can defend multiple positions, both on ball and out of the help. And I think that would be the right fit for a guy with his kind of offensive game and his versatility to really be able to make an impact. Checking in for LBA is Dang Majak, 6'11" class of 2022 big man. Spoke a bit about that developmental team that LBA has, and he's a guy who plays a central role in there. Still a bit
6'11" wingspan right there.
Yes.
Challenge that shot.
Yeah, still a bit raw on the offensive end and still needs to build up some strength, but he is starting to get comfortable scoring and having the ball in his hands, and seems like Coach Provenzano is kind of grooming him for a bigger role next year.
It'll be interesting to see how he looks like. Probably is the next big in line after Atiki.
Yeah, and this program has a long line and history of developing big men that contribute at the next level, whether it be in Division I or U Sports. Looks like guys like Mattis and Atiki are poised to, continue that tradition. And with a young, raw big man in Majak from South Sudan, with 2 years left in his development after this one, I don't see any reason why he won't be able to be that next guy to make an impact at the NPA and eventually beyond.
Look at him get up the court there. He looks very mobile. Isaiah Owen not even looking at the rim. Shots off there by Azad Chahal, checking in for his first minutes of the game.
Yeah, Chahal, another guy who has a much bigger role on that developmental team for LBA. Mostly a sharpshooter, spot up or even off the dribble. I had a chance to see him go off for, I think it was almost 30 points in National Senior Circuit action a few weeks ago.
Shots off there by Ethan McCarthy.
And something we talked about a bit before the session kicked off is that LBA is a team that peaks at the right time. They get better throughout the year and are usually playing their best basketball by the time nationals kick off. LBA entered this session 1 game behind of a bye spot, which is rewarded to the top 4 teams in the NPA. With this win, they'll actually have a better record than Northstar, who was holding a bye spot going into Ottawa. So if they're able to continue their hot play with a couple more games to go in the session, they could walk away with a bye through round 1 and an automatic trip to the quarterfinals.
We saw them up close and personal versus one of the better teams in the league, Toronto Basketball Academy, and they just barely lost that game.
Yeah,
in Toronto, played at home in London. Ended up winning that game.
Yeah, they showed that they can hang with the top teams. Of course, they were at full health at that point with Atiki in action and playing some of his best basketball. They've got a bit of a tough road ahead with the remaining schedule here in Ottawa. But so far, they've looked pretty good. 2 games, winning them both pretty handily. And, you know, Coach Provenzano's got to be feeling good with how they'll perform down the stretch here.
They'll be a tough out, no doubt.
Yeah, with the defense that they play, their teams are really going to have to grind out offense. And, you know, if they get hot in the right game, they'll be able to steal some against some of the top teams.
See Owen pass to the corner. The Jack camping out in the lane. 3 seconds called.
And, you know, those are the type of things that more game time and more experience will help with, as, you know, just not used to the flow and pace of this action, got caught standing and camping.
Hard but to the drive to the rim.
You know, again, the level of athleticism and skill in the NPA is among the best in the country. You see Majak caught with the blocking foul there, wasn't able to move his feet quick enough to keep up with someone as explosive as Ugba, which is why I like seeing him get some spot minutes here, so that as he goes into the summer, he goes into another 4 months of development, he'll have an understanding of what he's working towards and who he'll be playing as he gets more NPA looks next year.
The point you made about having the best of the best in the nation here and development is so key, especially for bigs. Because we've seen guys like Tyler Fiawi get better as the season's gone on. Ali Regab get better.
Yeah, and as the competition level grows in the country, you know, it's not going to happen overnight building a program. You've got to have guys ready to step up. And, you know, having that program really provides you a good funnel to find the next man up.
Isaiah Owen with a look on his face like, my goodness, I can't believe that did not fall. Game 1 is done. The NPA Canada Ottawa session, day 3. LBA finishes with a victory 70-56 over Northstar Prep. Don't you go anywhere. We have Dynasty Sports Institute versus Oakville Prep coming up next.